Dhanushkodi is a town-village on the southern tip of Rameswaram Island, on the east coast of the Indian state of Tamil Nadu. Dhanushkodi is southeast of Pamban. Dhanushkodi is about 18 miles west of Thalimannar, Sri Lanka. In 1964, a train carrying 2,000 passengers sank into the sea when the tracks from Pamban station were destroyed by a storm. Hindu mythology says, pardoning the request of Vibhishana, who was Ravana's son and Rama's partisan, Rama broke this bridge with one end of his bow, hence the name Dhanushkodi. Dhanush means bow, Kodi means tip. It is also said that Rama marked this place with the tip of his glorified bow as a suitable place for the construction of a bridge. It is customary for pilgrims to Rameshwar to bathe at this place where the two seas meet. A line of several rocks and small islands in a straight line is a remnant of an old bridge and is also known as Ram Setu. It is believed that if the fruit of the pilgrimage to Kashi is to be fully prepared, one should perform puja at Rameshwar and bath at the confluence of Mahodadi, Bay of Bengal, and Ratnakara, Indian Ocean at Dhanushkodi. A structure built to cross a bridge or ditch is called Setu in Sanskrit. It has now succeeded in attracting special attention by taking the meaning of the bridge built by Rama to cross the sea to go to Lanka. Dhanushkodi is the border between Sri Lanka and India, a sandy stretch of the Park Strait, known as the shortest land border between two countries in the world, only 15 yards long. Before the cyclone of 1964, Dhanushkodi was a great tourist and pilgrimage destination. Since Ceylon, now Sri Lanka, was only 18 miles away. There was a weekly ferry service between Dhanushkodi and Thalimannar to carry tourists and luggage. Hotels, textile shops and dharamshalas catered to the demands of pilgrims and tourists. The railway line to Dhanushkodi, which then did not reach Rameshwar and was destroyed in the cyclone of 1964, used to reach Dhanushkodi directly from Mandapam. A railway station, a small railway divisional hospital, Dhanushkodi in those days had the pride of having a post office and some state government departments like Fisheries Department. Before the cyclone, there was a train service called Boat Mail from Madras Egmore, now Chennai Egmore to Dhanushkodi, and that train was used to ferry passengers to Ceylon through a ship connection. During the cyclone of 1964, a huge wave about 20 feet high hit the Park Strait Gulf east of the town and destroyed the entire town. A train carrying passengers and the Pamban railway bridge. The sad part was that this destruction took place in the dead of night. That storm was unique in several ways. They all started with a climatological depression that formed on the 17th of December 1964 in the South Andaman Sea at latitudes 5 and 93. On December 19th, it intensified into a cyclone. Pressure depressions as low as 5 and are very rare in the Indian Ocean, but several such storms have been reported several times in northwestern countries as low as 5 feet from the equator. Cyclone Rameshwar not only formed at that low latitude, but developed into a severe cyclone at approximately the same latitude as one of the rare occurrences. After December 21, 1964, it moved in a westerly direction, continuing in a nearly straight line at a speed of 250 to 350 miles per day. On the 22nd of December, it crossed the Babunia region of Ceylon, now Sri Lanka, with an airspeed of 150 knots, 200 170 kilometers per hour, while the advancing cyclone crossed the Park Strait at night, and on the night of the 22nd to the 23rd of December 1964, it slammed into Dhanushkodi, Rameswaram Island. Storm surges were estimated to be about 8 yards high while crossing Rameswaram. On that dark day, December 22nd, at 23:55, train number 653, Pangal Dhanushkodi passenger, carrying 110 passengers and 5 railway staff as usual, was hit by a giant wave just a few yards from Dhanushkodi railway station. The train was swept away by the blast and all 115 passengers on board died on the spot. A total of 1,800 people died in that storm. All the residential houses and other buildings in Dhanushkodi were submerged in the storm surge. The giant waves that arose then penetrated the island for about 10 kilometers and completely destroyed the town. The Pangal bridge was washed away by the rush of these giant waves. Eyewitnesses reported that the raging waves of water engulfed a short distance from the main temple of Rameshwar, where hundreds of people had taken shelter to escape the storm. After this destruction, the Madras government took over this town, declared a ghost town. The area was deemed uninhabitable after the storm. Very few people live there now.
A memorial erected near the Dhanushkodi bus stand reads, "A storm with high wind speed and huge waves hit the town of Dhanushkodi from midnight of the 22nd of December 1964 to the evening of the 25th of December 1964, causing severe damage and destroying the entire town of Dhanushkodi." There was a railway line from Rameswaram to Dhanushkodi, and passenger trains were plying daily on that route, but after the storm, the tracks were damaged and eventually covered by sand dunes, so the train services had to be stopped. To reach Dhanushkodi, one has to walk on foot along the sand dunes of the beach or rely on jeeps and tempos with vessels. There are several temples of Rama here. It is advisable to come in groups to this village in the morning and return to Rameswaram before sunset, because the entire 15 kilometers territory here is deserted and scary. However, the mystery here is interesting. Tourism is booming in the region and adequate police force has been deployed to protect tourists. The Indian Navy has set up a forward lookout watch to guard the sea. At Dhanushkodi, the deep and fast waters of the Indian Ocean can be seen joining the shallow and calm waters of the Bay of Bengal. Since the depth of the sea is less here, you can walk down to the Bay of Bengal and see colorful corals, fishes, marine plants, starfish, sea urchins, etc. At present, about 500 pilgrims visit Dhanushkodi every day, and thousands of pilgrims arrive here on festivals, holidays, and on days like full moon and new moon. Regular bus service is available only up to a short distance from Rameshwar, passing the Kodindarma temple, and many pilgrims wishing to perform rituals at Dhanushkodi have to rely on private vans.